This is mine.
Power Rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power Rankings.
Yes, indeed. It is time for my weekly Power Rankings. Number 10 on my list of the most important quarterbacks in the offseason carousel. I'm throwing Michael Penix Jr. here.
No.
Certainly if somebody's going to turn down a shot at a quarterback in the first round of the draft and he's sitting there top of Friday night, or he's sitting there end of Thursday night, who's coming to go get this kid? He's 24 and has been through a lot and has a neck up ability that is uncanny coming out of college. He took on an NFL-type defense in the national championship game and was doing a lot of pre-snap dissecting that was highly impressive. So it beats in the chest, and it certainly resides between the temples. And I'm wondering who's going to go ahead and take a shot at this kid, end of first round, or if, let's just say, Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft of having the Patriots sitting at Marvin Harrison at the third overall spot. Do they go ahead and trade back into the end of the first round to get a fifth-year control on Penix and just basically say the whole Belichick era of just holding on our draft picks and trading down and trading down and trading down and getting more third, fourth, and fifths are over, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to remake this offense with Marvin Harrison Jr. third and Michael Penix Jr. as our second draft choice. When I say third, I mean third overall. That's number 10. Number 9 on the list is Drake May. I'm putting him here, and I'm putting him here because this is going to be a decision for whoever's second overall, and we're assuming it's going to be Washington. Do you take this kid out of North Carolina, and do you take him over Jaden Daniels? And that makes him important, because that is a huge decision. And let's see what he looks like. That's number 9. Number 8 on this list, I'm finally hitting a veteran here. I think he's going to stay put. I think the Bucs saw what they can get out of my boy. And I think my boy has shown them what they can get out of him. And I think my boy stays. Unless Mike Evans goes. And he's sitting there going, what the hell?
Yeah, why would
and the Raiders, and the Raiders say,
Ooh.
You know what? Let's trade pirate ship for pirate ship. Baker Mayfield is a Raider.
That's fun.
Don't you think?
That's pretty fun.
Baker Mayfield in the AFC West. The AFC West, I know, is a little, but I mean,
why would you want that though?
Baker versus Patrick Mahomes, like it's the Big 12 all over again. Final score 60-50. I kind of dig it. And where he goes, I think, is a very important part of this carousel. Certainly, if you're thinking about drafting somebody, like, no, let's go get Baker Mayfield now, and let's put our eggs in his basket, because he's trying to create this basket and say, put it in there. Put the eggs in. Number 7 on the list, just spoke about him. I don't care if you think I'm biased. I saw him. He is truly special. And if he winds up being a top 10 pick, then he's pretty damn important. He's a national champion. He's a winner. He lost one game as a starting quarterback as a Michigan Wolverine. He's J.J. McCarthy. He's 21. You're getting him as a baby. And he has started the clock on his pro career right now. And he's going to make somebody very happy. And I put him, again, if he's a top 10 pick, that makes him crucially important. And if he's like a top 20 pick, boy, somebody's sitting down there at 20. You imagine if the Steelers somehow wind up with him?
No way he lost that one.
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying this is a crucially important piece of the quarterback carousel of the offseason. Number 6 is Russ. What happens with him, man? What happens with him? And we're going to find out because by March 17th, because that's the date by which he makes a ton of money if he's on the Broncos roster. And we just heard Mike Floro say full Magic Johnson. He ain't gonna be there. Okay, so where does he go? Who wants him? Does he take a discounted deal for his new team because he's making all this other money from Denver? And then he's suddenly, very attractive to a team because he is costing you nothing? to basically bring in there. And then he's just got to find a spot and say, I'm going to have a renaissance and make the Hall of Fame. That's the way he's going to have to viewing his situation. And, boy, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
If we can bottle and uncork some vintage stuff from Seattle. That makes him important. And certainly because if Denver does what I think they're going to do, and then suddenly in the market for drafting a free agency, that makes them this guy a linchpin. Speaking of linchpin, we're in the top 5 now. I'm putting him here, and I'm not saying because he's going to be made available, because what he does is crucial to the Dallas Cowboys' opportunity in free agency and what they can do in paying their own players. Dak Prescott is an important quarterback on this offseason carousel because the carousel would spin in other spots. Running back carousel, receiver carousel. If he does contractually what the Cowboys kind of need him to do, which is lower that cap number, and then they extend him, means he's there. He's off the carousel for sure himself. That's number 5. Number 4 on the list is Jaden Daniels. He is your Heisman Trophy winner, and he's sitting out there, and what does he bring to the table is exactly the conversation to be had. 2nd overall, because, again, I think it's Caleb Williams' world we're paying rent in, although my NFL Network colleague David Carr said he would put Daniels' name on the first draft slip and rip the knob off and run it up there.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. There's lots of takes going on right now. Jaden Daniels is number 4 on this list. Number 3 on the list is Justin Fields. Okay. Who's he going to wind up following on Instagram? And we assume he's just going to rip the knob off there and he can start going on vacation and not worrying about what's on his algorithm.
He should just start following George Pickens and Jalen Warren.
Is he going to be? Is he just not going to be on the carousel or what? Is he? Maybe he's not on the carousel. Maybe somebody blows the Bears away and they're like, okay, our decision's made right here because we now have a bevy of picks to surround Justin Fields and we're going to work. Or is he on the carousel? Number 2 is the top veteran free agent, Kirk Cousins. I think he stays put. I think there's not going to be anybody with him coming off of his Achilles that's going to blow the doors off him where he's going to say, I'll move to Vegas. All right, I'll go to Tampa, because Tampa's going to, suddenly blow out the quarterback spot, but not for Baker. It'll be for him. I don't know if the Patriots, if that's the type of move they're going to make right now, that just doesn't strike me as the move. I think nobody's going to blow the doors off of Cousins. I think he likes staying there, and I think Minnesota's going to keep him. But if he's on that carousel, unbelievable. He's going to wind up making more career money than Garrett Cole, right? The only person outstripping him is Ohtani.
Right.
You know?
He's going to get 45 a year.
Number 1, you know what the number 1 is. It's Caleb. Because what the Bears do with the first overall pick is the first, one would think, ripple in this monster carousel pond. Caleb Williams. How about them apples? The USC kid, Heisman Trophy winner once removed, is, in my mind, the most important quarterback on the offseason carousel in the NFL, and that's my power rankings. I left off Bo Nix. I left off, some of the other veterans who could be a backup, like Tannehill or Flacco.
Jimmy G.
I just didn't think that they were more important. Important being the key word.
Yeah.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.